welcome back to what is surprisingly another episode of Dale's a Crowd.
They thought the podcast was dead.
The police thought that they could arrest us because we kept kidnapping our guests. But guess what?
We don't have a guest today.
Yeah. That's what they get for letting us share a cell.
Yeah. I guess we should probably explain why it's taken us so long to do an episode.
It was Christmas time. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Also, I don't know about you. No, you can be included in this as well. I was feeling very lazy, and I didn't really want to do the tedious work of editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 100%. I did not know.
Yeah.
I would sit there and I got halfway through editing episode 5, and I was like, I can't do this, man. There's so much going on. So if you heard episode 4, you may notice that there's a few like technical glitches in it. You know, like you hear like, and you know, yeah, it sucked a little bit, but we started working on it and we tried a couple different ways, and it made it hell to edit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's very, I don't know. We're trying to do, like, I'm just going to admit it, we're using our phones. But we were using a Tascam because we were like, oh, it's equipment, so, like, it'll be really cool and professional looking. And all it did was just add stress because it wasn't catching my audio at all. And it was only catching our guests Ethan and Philip. And then we did another one, not realizing the mistake. And then we did the same exact thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's really nothing else you can say about it besides we're doing our best. It's a 2-man show.
Yeah.
You know, it's a 2-man crew. It's just us. Who you hear is what we've got. But we've also done other things outside of that. Like, you know, you helped Patrick film, and then you've been working on film sets, and I've been working at work, and also I built a fucking table.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about we should probably talk about, like, what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's something
besides editing the podcast. To give...
I just like to do, like, a peer behind the veil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So we had our yearly Christmas exchange.
Our Friendsmas, as we call it.
Yes.
I feel like there were a lot of great gifts this year.
There were.
You know, there was the Stormtrooper helmet that Nate got me.
Yeah. There was the Jason underwater in this, like, cylinder thing that Nate got me.
And, you know, let's not forget the fucking, not painting, but, like, the canvas art that your girlfriend got me.
Yeah.
Which is it's like an animated version of the logo for this. And, yeah. I mean, it's fucking beautiful. I'll post a picture of it on the Twitter.
I was so proud of it. Yeah.
Dude, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Like, I sit there and I look at it and I go, I brought it home, and the first thing my dad said is, holy shit, that's you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no. And he's like, and like, he just kept holding it, and I was like, man, he's never held anything of mine like that.
Have you put it up yet, or?
I still gotta find a spot for it.
That's fair. You have a very crowded room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Let's
posters.
be honest, yeah.
A lot of, like, if you walk in my room, you're like, oh, man, this guy really likes TGI Fridays. Because I look like the inside of a TGI Fridays or a Fuddruckers.
I've never been inside of Fuddruckers.
Dude, Fuddruckers was the best.
What did they even sell? Like, I know they were a restaurant, but, like, were they just, like, a burger place, or?
I don't know, okay? I never went to Fuddruckers and thought of the food.
Whoa. So you're saying you went to Fuddruckers because you did say that you looked inside.
I've been to Fuddruckers several times. I have key, like, childhood memories there.
You can't name one thing that they sell?
Hot dogs, because that's what I would get.
Wow, okay.
And then I would just dump mustard on it, because they had, like, those mustard things that you would, like, press the back of it, and then, like, a shit ton of mustard would come out. And I would sit there and I would dump as much mustard as I could on it. I'd be like, and then I was like, I gotta eat this now.
Yeah. That was always the worst, when you were, like, trying to experiment with, like, some things, and then you're like, dude, I put so many, and then you realize you have to eat it because it's wasteful if you don't. And
yeah. I saw a kid do that with, like, a chocolate chip cookie and ketchup.
Ah.
And he was like, yeah, I gotta eat this now. And then he ate it, and then he had to go throw up. And it was a great day in 5th grade, man.
Dude, my grandfather loves ketchup. It's fucking insane. I don't get it. Like, he puts it on everything. Like, we'll have a nice filet mignon, the
No.
finest of steak.
No.
Eats it with ketchup.
No. Dude, they'll kick you out of restaurants for that shit.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Like, the man loves his ketchup. I don't understand it.
But I mean, I get it. Like it's only to make the food experience better for you, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of food, I have a confession to make. I was on set, and of course, like, you're working... I personally, I work, like, 15 or so hours every day. And so you're, like, out in the cold and stuff like that, and they were serving cup of noodles. You know, like ramen and stuff like that. This is going to be a surprise. I've never had ramen before.
Oh, me neither.
But you know that I love, like, Asian food. Like, dude, it's so good. Oh, my gosh.
My brother eats it all the time.
Dude, it's fantastic. The shrimp one was bomb. It's literally, like, there's little, like, shrimps in it, and then the spicy beef flavored was, like, interesting because I thought there was going to be spicy beef in it. Nope, it's just flavored. But I liked it. I drank the broth.
This reminded me of a video I saw where this person bought, like, a shit ton of cup of noodles with the shrimp in it.
Yeah.
And he kept plucking them out, and he put them in a bowl of milk. He's like, I'm eating shrimp cereal. I hate that video.
Also, there was, like, I don't know the obsession. I guess it's just laziness, but, like, there's always shrimp with shit on it. Like, the shit line. If there's...
You mean the vein? Like the anus?
No, it's shit. Yeah. It's
the anus. They don't take the anus out.
Yeah.
Which is... You should always take the anus out of your shrimp. If you're eating shrimp, take the anus out, because there's still shit in that.
Are there things, like, you can... I guess we've established you can eat shrimp shit, but is there other things, like, other shit you can eat?
I mean...
Because I'm sure there's, like, some French course where it's like,
No, I don't think it's French, but, I mean, like, I've seen...
There's, I know...
There are some animals that don't digest their food all the way, so
I was
guess,
going to
like,
say coffee beans.
Yeah, civets. Civet coffee. It's, like, super expensive.
Yeah. God, is there, like, anything... We need a food expert in here, because...
Dude, look at my stomach and tell me I'm not a food expert.
All you do is eat chicken nuggets.
I don't eat chicken...
Okay, sorry. Chicken tenders.
That's also...
when we go to a restaurant.
That's not true. Most of the time, I'll get a burger.
You eat a lot of chicken tenders.
I eat a lot of chicken tenders, too, but, like... I also branch out. Like,
you'll eat some burgers, I will admit.
I'll eat burgers. I'll eat quesadillas. I'll try sushi. I'm not a big sushi guy. I
like sushi.
You know, teriyaki steak. Also not my favorite, but I'll eat it.
I like teriyaki. Dude, tempura. Oh, it's so good.
You mean fried?
It's tempura.
Yeah, it's fried.
No, it's a different type of fried.
It's different, but it's if you get tempura chicken, you're just eating fucking chicken tenders.
No, I'm just saying it's different.
Do you eat tempura chicken?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay, because I was say you're just eating chicken tenders.
I had to think you would have had me.
I would have gotten you, and that would have been it.
Speaking of gotten, let's talk about COVID. You like that segue?
No.
No. I just heard you cough, so I thought we should talk about it.
Oh yeah, I just have a cold.
Yeah.
I promise. I know I've been going in and out of having colds. I think part of it's allergies too.
Dude, everybody, this winter is just so bad because we had the masks on. Like,
and we went from 80 degrees to 40 degrees overnight.
Dude, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it was like so hot for like till like in late December, and then it just started being cold.
It was like cold in mid-December, and then it got so warm. Like Christmas Day was 76 degrees. I was out washing a car.
Yeah, but I can't get COVID. Like my body doesn't allow me to get COVID. Like, I'm sure, like, my girlfriend has COVID. One of my best friends has COVID. My dad now has COVID. So does my brothers, apparently. A lot of people around me have COVID. I was at work. I was having lunch with, like, one of the stand-ins. She's, like, right in front of me. We're having lunch. No mask on because we're eating lunch. She tested positive that day. Straight up got contact traced by COVID department. Still kept working because that production was fucking shit. We ended that production today, by the way, so I can talk shit about it now. And I still haven't got COVID. I'm invincible, bro. Like, I mean,
I've heard about that. Like, I've heard about how they talked about, like, just some people just can't catch it. We don't know why.
Dude, I'm killing it.
Interesting word choice of killing it with COVID.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Look, I mean, the new one's like what? It's like the safe, quote unquote safest. I'm not an expert.
I don't know.
I feel like we should go ahead and say that I'm not an expert in COVID.
Yeah. By the way, there were so many fucking COVID cases on the production I was just on. It's ridiculous.
Dude,
but no, it's like okay, so today was supposed to be like our last day.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're supposed to have a full day. But yesterday, one of the main leads tested positive. I'm not going to say who. It was just a whole shit show. But like this morning, we came in, we tested, and then like once we all tested, like the higher ups were like, all right, if everybody could kind of meet over here. So we're gonna wrap. This is our last day. Thank you guys.
Ever? Like it's done.
Those fucking bastards. Apparently, there's rumors of, like, we're going to do one more day next week, even though there's been so many COVID cases, because earlier that day, yesterday, one of the sound guys, tested positive.
Well, CDC says you only have to, it's only 5 days now, instead of 2 weeks.
But it's just ridiculous. It's just a nightmare. But I think the funniest part was we were having this meeting. You're like, hey, we're wrapped. Like, we're not going to be doing this. And then one of the COVID PAs came in and disrupted the whole meeting. Like, total. It was so funny. But yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know.
COVID's crazy.
Yeah.
Stay safe, guys. Wear a mask.
Yeah.
Get your vaccinations. Just do all that. What else should we talk about? I feel like we kind of got away from the Christmas thing.
Oh yeah, we could keep talking about I got a weirdly a lot of root beer stuff.
I mean, you're the only person I know that still drinks A&W.
Dude, I love A&W. But it was just weird. Like I kept getting, I got like some jelly beans that are root beer flavored in front of me. I got like root beer float kit. I got some other things. I think the highlight... Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Yeah, no, that one just had a lot of alcohol in it.
Wow. I think, personally, this is me, but personally the highlight was our friend Hannah does stockings. And all of us had sex toys.
Well, no, you got a bunch of sex toys.
Yeah.
Patrick got porn.
Yeah, just straight porn, yeah.
Yeah, and
like DVD porn.
And I got like candy and...
You got a whip.
I mean, we all got like riding crops.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there, I was like, do they think I'm like already prepared? Or like, do they think I'm not kinky enough?
I also got a vibrator.
You did, dude. Patrick and I were sitting there like, dude, that's gonna be like a Swedish, because it said what, Swedish dick on it or something.
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a Swedish fish like gummy.
That's what I thought.
Of a penis.
Yeah.
And then you just pulled out a little blue vibrator, and I was like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing is intense.
I mean, do you know that?
Anyways,
from yourself or from using it on other people?
Well, I don't want to be rude and do it on Campbell, and I don't know how. So.
Okay, now I feel like I gotta know. Like,
no, I'm kidding.
How did you use it on yourself?
How would I guess up my ass, right? Like, where else could I put? Oh I mean, you could put it like I could put it on the head of my dick. You're right.
Oh, see, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like wrap your like put it. So okay, so imagine your balls are just sitting there, and you just kind of put them like between them, and like they kind of go down around it.
Yeah.
And then you just go,
like
and it just.
I feel like that would hurt.
How sensitive are your balls, dude?
No, I mean, like, if it's... No, I just got saggy balls, so, like, they would be going all... I mean, they would go all over the place, so I feel like that
I mean, you're not using, like a... Dude,
it's a pretty...
massage gun.
No, it's a pretty intense vibrator.
All right, I gotta see this later.
Yeah,
like,
I'll show you.
I'm interested at, like... Because, like, I've seen, like, massage guns, and, like, I've used a massage gun.
I'm talking, like...
before.
Like... intense, and there's one setting.
It's only one setting?
It's only one setting.
Dude, I've got one with like 10. It's got like different like vibrations and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like $5. It's worth it. It's like a little silver bullet.
Yeah. What was your favorite gift?
Oh man. Honestly, it might be the Dales of Crowd one.
Really?
That might be my favorite gift.
Yeah.
The Stormtrooper helmet is definitely up there. That might be, that's like immediate number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Hannah got me that controller.
Yeah.
Which is like a special edition, so that was really cool. You got me the monster fingers.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately are 2 right hands.
No, I'm telling it. That's what I thought too. But you have to like, it's weird. It's like weird strings. I'll show you if you bring them here next time, and I'll show you.
All right. But yeah, you got I mean, you've seen like the 3D printed monster fingers on
it's
online
like
somewhere.
Yeah, like extended finger type. I felt bad when I got you that because I was like, this is so cool. He's gonna like this, but I don't think this is enough. And I was like, why are I bought him this? And I had an idea, which was the poster. And I'm gonna take fuck you, Campbell. I'm gonna take credit for it because this is my idea.
I mean, you did design it and asked me like what I thought of the design, so I was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I will say she picked out the background color.
It's a good color.
Because I gave her like 5 different options, and that's one she picked.
It's a really good looking poster. I'll post a picture of it.
Yeah. We're pretty happy with it.
What else? Oh, the freaking Velociraptor call from Jurassic Park.
That was
Dale.
cool, yeah.
It's an ocarina. And I was sitting there and I was looking it up in Walmart one day, and I was like, how do you play this thing? Because like I want to learn how to play it.
Yeah, because it's got... Yeah.
I played it once. I played a single note, and my mother said if I hear that again, I'm going to break it.
Damn. You gotta go out like in a field or something and try it.
Yeah, because nothing looks weirder than a disheveled man walking into the field with a Jurassic Park Dale prop.
That would be pretty cool. Let's be honest.
I'd have to wear like a bucket hat or something. Not a bucket hat. Yeah. What are they called? The fisherman hats?
No, bucket hat. You were right.
I feel like bucket hats are more bucket than hat. The hats I'm talking about are like 90% brim.
Oh, no, yeah, fishing hat.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those.
Yeah.
Well, like what else have we been getting into recently? Because we're talking about this year doing a bunch of crazy stuff. I don't know if you want to get into that a little bit.
It was definitely an interesting text to get at work. Or, I didn't get it. I think it was on a day off I got it. It was, like, late, though. And it was, Phil just texted me. He was like, what is, like, 5 things that you want to do with the group this year? And I was like, that's a good question. And I just, like...
You gave me a good 5, and I think that those are probably...
I did that in, like, a few minutes.
Yeah, I think I said it was the most diverse 5 things I've seen.
Yeah.
But are all doable.
I don't even remember what I said, to be honest with you.
Movie marathon, I think. No? Someone said movie marathon. There were like a couple.
You and I think Bailey and Patrick because he's boring.
Fuck you. It's a great idea. I would love to sit down and get drunk and watch movies with
my thing
friends.
is like I love that I love watching movies, but I can't watch 2 movies in a row because I feel like I'm not being productive for some reason.
I mean, if we film our reactions to it, that's productive, right?
But then I have to deal with all that footage, and I don't want to do that.
Well, then I'll deal with it.
Yeah. Do you really want to deal with 7 hours of footage?
I mean, it depends on what we watch.
Yeah. Yeah, there. Laser tag. I said laser tag.
You said laser tag, paintball, or airsoft.
I said to dress like the Civil War. To do a Civil War reenactment.
Yeah, I don't know what you're expecting from that.
I don't know, but I thought it was funny.
See, I was thinking instead of like a Civil War thing, I think we could just all dress up as like, maybe not in like costume. I've got something I'm working on for that day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go as like a berserker Viking.
Okay.
I'm building a shield and like an outfit to go with it.
How does that work with guns though?
Well, that's the berserk part.
Oh, I see. Maybe you could put, like...
there's also, like, airsoft, like, melee weapons, right?
I was going to say, maybe you could put, like, paint on your battle axe, and then you just, like... you'd have to get, like, close to us and just hit us with this...
Dude, I'm learning how to climb trees better. So I can hide up in the trees and just sit there and be like...
Nice.
It's going to be great. No one's going to expect what I'm going to do.
What do you... All right, I got to say. What do you mean you're learning how to climb trees better?
I mean, I can't climb trees great. I'm a dumpy man.
Are you, like, going in your front yard and climbing?
I don't have any trees in my front yard.
I thought you had one.
Not climbable.
But are you going somewhere, or are you just watching YouTube videos of people climbing trees?
I'm actually learning from a tree climbing master.
Yeah?
His name is Trey.
The silence.
Yeah, no, there was an audible silence there.
Trey. Well, moving on.
No, I don't actually. Yeah, no, there's no master. It's just
Yeah, I really want to do that lazy river thing.
I do too. I'm making a playlist for it.
I did that once with Campbell and her family, and it was we got drunk. It was so fun.
I've gone. I went kayaking drunk.
You told me about that, and
dude, if you've never gone kayaking drunk early in the morning, it's an experience. I had fun. I got sunburnt as shit, and I ended up falling on some rocks. But overall, it was a good fucking day.
Dude, we wrapped early today, and I make it a tradition to bring alcohol with me. So I brought my Jameson, and I brought my Reyka vodka, the best vodka there is. I'm not sponsored, but I would like to be.
I'm looking into getting sponsors.
Yeah, right. But I make a tradition to bring it on the last day, and I had it, and like we wrapped at like 7:30, and then we had to do like wrap out work, and I went to Phil, who is a different Phil. It's our second, and I was like, hey man, I got that alcohol. So should we start prepping now or later? And he was like, I'll get a cup.
Nice.
But we were joking about it, and then like a couple hours later, it's like 10 a.m. I see him drinking beers. He's like just hanging out. And I'm like, well, fuck, if he's doing that, I'm going to make myself a cup. And I started day drinking at like 10 a.m. today.
Dude, it's supposed to snow. Just for like a heads up, the two videos that are going to be coming out next, the two podcasts that are going to be coming out next are going to be what we filmed as episode 5 and 6, but this is for sure going to come out before then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We filmed those around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's like the middle of January right now.
Yeah.
And we're getting...
Jeez, it is,
We're getting reports of like a huge snowstorm coming.
Yeah.
And it could be anywhere from like a few days to 2 weeks out of like, just like, that's how bad it's going to snow. So I'm getting prepared. I've got a bunch of booze at home.
Yeah.
It's going to snow tomorrow. I cannot wait to start day drinking in the middle of the week if I can't go to work.
Yeah,
so
please work on it.
This one for sure is going to get worked on.
Does Ethan still text you?
No.
Yeah, he hasn't texted me either. He's been good about it.
Yeah, he texted... So both of our guests are people that we're both friends with from high school, but aren't really a part of the group. But
well, don't bring that up with Ethan.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. He's... Ethan is the guest for the next episode, and Zach is another one of our friends. He's the guest for the one afterwards, and both of them on separate occasions have asked me, like, hey, so how's that video coming? How's that podcast coming? And I'm like, it's coming by Christmas, it's coming by New Year's.
Yeah.
And then both of those came and went, and I was like, well, neither of them have texted me.
Yeah. MLK Day.
I was like, I got them to sign shit, so I can post it eventually. It's just like we talked about 25 minutes ago. The whole editing process was a bitch.
Yeah, I tried to edit the episode with Zach to try to help you out. I spent an hour. I did it like after work one day, so I was tired, but I got 5 minutes done.
Oh yeah, that's how it is. That's why it took me 4 days to get halfway through. Not even halfway through Ethan's episode. And it's not even... I didn't even like fully edit. It was just trying to stitch your audio to the rest of it.
And it's hard because on a podcast you want to like modulate the volume and make sure it's at a decent level. So it's...
Yeah, trust me. I know I've finally started listening to the podcast episodes, and I understand why everyone was like, wow, episode Dale was like, audio-wise, kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And then I got blasted in the ear by the intro, followed by, hey guys, episode Dale. But I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Yeah, no, it was a good episode.
I really like the parts where I throw the ball to myself and I go, hey, Philip, put in a jazzy intro. And then I do a little jazz. I thought I was laughing my ass off.
I felt so bad because you sent me I think we've talked about this before, but you sent me a snippet of that and I was like, I think I'm missing some of the video or something.
I found out I have a really weird comedy taste.
I feel that.
I was watching a video last night. It was like Scared Straight or something like that, and this kid was like, y'all can't kill me. And the cop was like, anything can kill you. And he was just talking about like...
It's true.
He was like, you can get into a car accident, you could you could get shot on the street. And then another cop just comes in and screams, "You could have an aneurysm on the toilet." And I was like, oh my God, why is that so funny? Like, is the way he said it, and he was borderline cross-eyed. I was like, is he having an aneurysm currently?
That's how they got Elvis, man.
Did he really die on the toilet?
Yeah, he had an aneurysm on the toilet. That's how he died.
Did you know?
That's what happens when Bill Burr has talked about this, but the life story of Elvis is fucking incredible. Because he was the first, like, pop star, rock star, whatever you want to call him. And so he made the worst decisions ever. Had a, shitty manager. He started dressing bad, but all his entourage was like, yeah, no, you look good, King. Like, you're killing it still. Just making the work, just doing God knows what. Just eating and just, like...
Eating and doing drugs, it's not a good combo.
It's fucking
especially
hilarious.
when you're like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is, I'm just casually stealing black people's,
music.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. They did a Black Dynamite episode on it.
I fucking love Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite is so good.
In general, what is it? Is it Michael J. White or Michael Jai White? I've heard both.
I think it's Jai. It might be Jay.
Because I've heard, like, Jai Courtney, the guy who plays Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it. So I was like,
so it's probably Jai.
Okay, well, Michael Jai White, I love him.
Dope as fuck.
He's hilarious, and, like, every character he plays somehow has, like, kung fu.
Yeah, he's a badass.
And like, it always reminds me of an interview with Steven Seagal. Which, Steven Seagal,
don't get me started on him.
Fucking insane.
Love him.
But, someone was like, yeah, do you think Michael Jai White could take you in a fight? And he just goes, nah, he's not a real fighter. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I have watched Michael Jai White kick ass in every movie and show he's in.
Have you seen a Steven Seagal movie?
Dude, Steven Seagal looks like if a penguin was turned into a human.
That's extremely accurate. Yes, he does. He's got that...
he's got like that weird, like,
he looks
shaped
like, yeah,
body.
He looks like Skipper from Penguins of Madagascar. You serious? That's so accurate. Yes. But dude, his movies are trash.
I was watching a movie and it was like two characters were speaking Japanese to each other in like a private conversation.
Yeah.
And the camera cuts to Steven Seagal and he just says, "You guys need to speak English." And like that's the whole scene, and I go, "What the fuck, Steven Seagal? Like, dude, I feel like you're just an asshole."
He has the weirdest. It's like all of his movies have the weirdest directing I've ever seen in my time. All of his fight scenes are like it was recorded at least 7 times from different angles, and they cut it to where it's aneurysm related.
Do you know the fighting style that he uses?
What?
I don't remember the name of it, but it is literally just you grab a person's arm and you flip them, and that's the whole thing. But, like, It's not even a martial art for him, because for him, it's just grabbing a dude's arm and then just the guy flips over. And so it's almost all on the person doing the flip. Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching, I love, like, compilation videos.
Mm-hmm.
I love I don't know what it is. I was watching, like, greatest action lines of history. And there was one where he's watching the news and something about, like, guy on TV, he's like, and you can take that to the bank. And then it's, like, real serious of Steven Seagal, and he's like, I'm going to take you to the bank, Mayor. The blood bank. And that's it. That's the fucking scene. And
I
it got
genuinely
something
believe
else.
Steven Seagal said that. Like, it's like a situation like we talked about it with Wesley Snipes, where he came up with some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
One of the greatest lines of cinema history, yes.
I still can't believe he just said that one day. God. And they were like, dude, that's solid. Use that.
Because it's phenomenal. Are you kidding me? If somebody said that to me, yeah, I would use that shit immediately.
If someone said that shit to me in a regular conversation, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with... Like, what are you talking about? Ice skate uphill? What?
I do that with Pop. Pop says some wild shit sometimes. Like, I do the thing that you do Well, I don't do it a lot.
Like writing.
But yeah, I'll write in my notes and stuff like that. And I was telling him, I don't know why this is my first thought, but I was telling him about how Campbell's present to her parents is like one of those like dog DNA tests. Like it's like Ancestry, but for dogs. And he's like, why the fuck would you do that for your dogs? And I was like, oh, it's just interesting, because like they're months, so it's like, it's interesting. And he's like, what are you going to find out? It's fucking Polish? And I was like, Pop, it's No, it's for breed. Percentage of Rottweiler or percentage of German Shepherd. It's that kind of test.
So
and Phil, he saw that. He heard me say, he processed that, and he was like, "That's pretty fucking funny. You should write that down." Oh, that narcissist.
I remember I was talking to my family about that, like my extended family.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've got a list of like a bunch of my friends and the dumb quotes that they said. And no joke, 2 of my cousins pulled out their phones and said, "Oh yeah, we've got lists like that for everyone."
Oh.
And I was like, holy shit, is that genetic? Like what the, like,
yeah.
Is that just like a common thing that people do?
I do it because Pop usually says at the end of these wild things, and I call him out, he's like, "You should write that down."
See, my grandfather says you should write that down whenever he tells a joke.
Yeah.
But the jokes are like, God, I can't think of any, like, I did a video about all the different character traits I have, and old man Philip made a joke that my grandfather has said multiple times about, like, a drunk dude holding up a wall.
Yeah.
And he loves it, and he was like, "Oh, I should get royalties for that." And I was like, "Grandpa, I'm not getting paid for it." And he goes, "Yeah, but you should pay me, though."
Okay.
And then, or like a whole thing of like, yeah, there was a time in the Italian barracks during World War II where they all had the same underwear on for like a month and everything, and the general comes in and he goes, "Men, we had next week we are gonna get a new pair of underwear. We're gonna do an underwear switch." And everyone's like, "Oh yeah," and they go, "Gino, you switch with Mario, you switch with Luigi." And I was like, yeah. I've heard that joke a couple times. Thanks, Grandpa. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Can we finish eating dinner now, or?
Yeah. Dude,
He's like, "No, but do you get it? Because they switched to underwear.
Yeah.
And you think it's good." And I go, "No, Grandpa, yeah, I got it." He's very insistent. Don't get me wrong. I love my grandfather. He is an amazing man. He has built himself up for decades.
Yeah.
And, like, he has nonstop work since he was, like, 15 years old. He's, like, 80-something now.
Gosh.
And it's one of his personality traits is he's said it before. He's like, I don't care what people think.
That's a great trait to have, though.
It's a great trait, but when he makes comments, like comments where you're like, "Ooh, Grandpa, please stop trying to flirt with the waitress for me." Like it's not like he's trying to flirt with them for himself. He's like, my grandsons, they're pretty cute, right?
Yeah, you like that mustache there.
My grandfather's not Italian; he's French.
You were making him sound Italian
because he was doing an Italian-related joke.
Well, I was trying to back you up, and
look, if anything, my grandfather's more Italian than your grandfather.
Whoa! Whoa! Let's settle down. No, he's very. No, he's. I know Dora's German.
How did you get Dora's German? But we're Italian because we're from Jersey.
Well, okay. First of all, everyone from Jersey thinks they're part Italian, but the whole Italian thing comes from my grandmother, because
your grandmother is Italian. Sorry.
Because her mom. Or maybe her grandmother's from Italy or something along. I don't know. I don't remember really, but her middle name is Margarita, so that's like an Italian thing.
Oh, so is Jimmy Buffett's.
Man, come on. Gosh.
I don't care what anyone says. I like Jimmy Buffett's songs.
I don't know Jimmy Buffett.
Margaritaville, good one. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I know it's not technically his song, but he's got a part in it, and I really like that song.
Yeah.
Those are 2 songs on the Lazy River playlist.
He has a channel on Sirius XM, like the Sirius radio?
I guess.
Yeah, like Sirius XM radio or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it has, like, channels for, like, different categories and stuff like that.
There's just a Jimmy Buffett one?
Yes. Straight up, there's a Jimmy Buffett, like, channel.
That's
like,
incredible.
Yeah. And it's got, like, songs that are a little bit related, but it's mainly it's Margaritaville.
He's in Jurassic World, right?
I don't know. No, I didn't know.
So there's a whole scene in Jurassic World where it's all like the flying pterosaurs and like Dimorphodons and everything like that are breaking loose from their giant terrarium, they're storming Main Street.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where there's a bunch of people sitting at a Margaritaville restaurant.
Yeah.
And one dude gets up and he's holding 2 margaritas and runs away.
That's him?
Jimmy Buffett.
That's Jimmy Buffett?
He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. He's got his hat on. and he's running with 2 margaritas.
Good for him.
It was because they're like, yeah, we'll let you use the Margaritaville logo and everything if Jimmy Buffett's allowed in the movie. And
That's
was his
fucking
cameo.
awesome. That's incredible.
That is on the list of like my favorite cameos of all time. Because like, you know, like the Brad Pitt one in Deadpool 2.
Yeah. What are some of your? Yeah, I was gonna say what are some other ones?
Oh man, I'd like off the top of my head, those are the first 2 I can think of. Stan Lee, I feel like everyone talks about like, oh, Stan Lee cameos, like those are the big things. But like there are so many better ones. Like no offense to Stan Lee, but like John Williams showing up in the last Star Wars movie, and they're having a whole dedicated shot to just showing John Williams, and everyone in the audience being like, who the fuck is that guy? And then my cousin and I going, dude, this is fucking John Williams! Ooh! Because
nice.
like, you know,
yeah.
But like that was something that I was like, dude, that's awesome. Or like,
by the way, I fucking hate the Star Wars cameos because I've heard of someone like, oh, Daniel Craig was actually a stormtrooper, or this actor is a stormtrooper. Was it really?
Simon Pegg was a character who was like a voiced character.
Well, that's different. But like, I just was tired of like, oh yeah, actually under the helmet.
I think Daniel Craig had a line.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like they'll just like say like, oh, this stormtrooper was actually this famous actor.
Yeah, but I definitely like that's Peter Jackson is another one that I just not thought about.
See, it's another fucking exactly. It's like what? No, I don't.
But like if you watch, I think it's the second Hobbit movie, the Desolation of Smaug. He's in it, and he's the first person you see. He's fucking Humpty Dumpty Dumpty Dum.
He does look like a hobbit.
No, he doesn't.
Peter Jackson?
Have you seen Peter Jackson
Peter
before?
Jackson looks like a hobbit.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
Peter Jackson looks like...
You gonna say dwarf?
No. He looks like if someone crossbred an orangutan with a human being.
I see that, but he for sure belongs in the world of Lord of the Rings.
I could get that.
You know what I mean?
He's rotund.
Rotund. Wow.
It's a good word, but like he's a roundish guy.
Yeah. No. You know Simon Pegg? You said something about that, but do you know Simon Pegg actually made a cameo in I think Day of the Dead, and there was like a remake. It was like one of George Romero's last movies. He was a zombie along with Edgar Wright.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did know that in the Phineas and Ferb television show, there was an episode where like Dr. Doofenshmirtz was like a zombified version where it's anyone that he touched turned into a zombie version of him.
Okay, yeah.
And an animated version of Simon Pegg dressed up as Sean.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
And then Nick Frost comes in too, dressed as his character, and they're both having this whole back and forth about like, wait a minute. They're like zombie pharmacists. So hold on, is the clothes alive? And there's there's a 5-minute conversation between the two of them just about like the logistics of how all of it works.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I think technically, and then they get touched.
Your accents are getting better. I'm giving you a compliment. Like since I've known you, your accents are definitely getting better.
It's definitely come from the Mark Hamill idea.
The Mark Hamill idea.
So Mark Hamill talked about how he started doing how he was like figuring out how to do his Joker voice.
Yeah.
Was him just sitting in traffic on the highway on the way to the audition. And he would just sit there and go, like he would do the laugh. And like he was like, yeah, I definitely got looks. But, you know, like I did the laugh and I started doing some lines. And I was like, yeah, I can get that. Because like it's a free space to do it and you don't have to worry about bothering anybody.
Yeah.
So that's where I do a lot of my voice testing is I'll have like fake conversations with myself in different accents.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I feel like I should honor him. I should do the Joker voice. Turns out my Joker voice is just the new Beetlejuice. I got
like
the Broadway Beetlejuice guy.
I have heard that they did a Broadway version of Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and then they did he came in to play Beetlejuice in Teen Titans Go.
He did?
Dude.
Beetlejuice is in Teen Titans Go?
Dude, they did a whole dedicated episode to it, and he's straight up...
What?
He's like, yeah, man, I was coming in just, I took a vacation in Hawaii. I was getting married to Winona Ryder. I have a Broadway musical. And then he was like, come on, we gotta go to the land of the dead. And then he just straight up kills the Teen Titans. On-screen murder.
Wow. How does he kill him?
axe. Just a really big axe and just cuts their heads off.
I could see that.
Fucking weird.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to... Yeah, I just did that. I'm sorry.
Sniff, cough, or yell in the mic.
I've done all three.
You have. So.
Shit.
Oh, that's a drink. That's a drink if I ever saw it.
All right.
I just
Did
that just go over the mic too?
No, I think it just barely missed the mic.
There was a big old drop that just fell.
I was trying to get it in the mic of me drinking because I wanted to do that as like a thing of like that's gonna piss someone off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I got a cold. I don't know what you want me to do.
No, it's good.
I'm salivating a lot from that. There's a lot of alcohol in this.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things my grandfather left me, on my dad's side, I guess there was a shot glass, and it marked off ounces as like ships and like varying levels.
Oh.
So it was like half an ounce, calm breeze, slightly choppy and stuff like that.
Cruiser, battleship, and
No. Like varying stages of it sinking.
Oh.
And it goes all the way up to Dale ounces, and it just says no survivors. And you just see, like, the tip of the mast above water.
Oh,
and I'm like,
right.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking shots out of this.
Nice.
No survivor style.
Yeah, really.
That's like a shot and a half, by the way. It's great.
I feel like not to be a bitch, but I feel like shot glasses are, if you fill it to the brim, it's just so much.
Well, you're not supposed to. That's the thing. That's a lot of people forget about that. You should not fill your shot glasses all the way.
But I feel like they do all the time, and then I have to do it, and then if I'm like kind of like struggling to take this fucking
Where
sip.
are you getting shot glasses filled up?
Patrick will fill my shot glass to the top.
Yeah, but again, you're getting drinks from Patrick.
What a goblin.
Like, Patrick will give you a full like, look at how he drinks. A sip of beer, and then he's like, done.
He can put away liquor, which is like weird, but like if he has a beer...
No, I completely get it.
I don't drink beer, so I don't understand.
I can't, like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't like drinking beer, and everyone has talked about, like, yeah, beer is an acquired taste. If it's an acquired taste and it just tastes like bread piss, don't fucking drink it.
Well,
be okay with drinking, like, lemony drinks or fruity drinks. It's okay. No one's judging you that hard.
I think I know why. Well, first off, our generation, not a lot of people drink beer. Like, there's people our age that drink beer, but I've noticed it's got to be like the first thing that you drink alcohol wise.
What do you mean?
Like
the first starting in general,
yeah, like
in
when
life,
you first start,
okay.
When you first start drinking it, and it has to be like basically like one of the only things that you have access to is probably like from an older sibling or something like that because it's like cheap and
That's
stuff.
Fair.
So then you get used to that, and you're like, oh well, I usually have a fun time. And so you actually get that acquired taste because you don't know what other alcohol tastes like.
What was your first shot or your first drink?
Oh, have I not told you? It was a Green Apple Crown Royale.
Really?
Yeah. Eli Little, shout out to you. Anna Wyke, shout out to you as well. I'm pretty sure I started like I know for a fact that I started drinking with them, but I didn't really I had some like a sip here and there throughout, but never really. What about you? What was your...
My first shot, a shot of plain Margaritaville tequila. And that's why I can drink it so easily. Yeah. And everyone I talk to, they're like, ew, you just drink shots of tequila? And I'm like, dude, I'll drink it out of the fucking bottle. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's $8 tequila. Like, that's the cheapest shit you can drink. And I go, okay, if you have 5 shots of Fireball and then take a couple shots of Margaritaville tequila, eventually it just tastes like s'mores.
Wow.
Dude, I found that out one day.
I don't know about that. No,
dude, I'm telling you, dude. I sat there and by like the second shot, I was like, tastes like s'mores. I'm sorry you guys just had to hear that. I realize that now.
By the way, I fucking bought you a little more pricey tequila because I went to the ABC
I told you
store.
Just straight up buy me $8.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to you because I care about you because you're my friend. I'm going to buy you some good shit. Like, I'll pay it out of my pocket. I'm not going to drink it, but I'm going to give you some good stuff.
I've got a bottle of Margaritaville.
I was going to say, I still have it in my cabinet. I don't think you...
I've taken one shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. Because it's tequila is a lot. Tequila is like... I don't even think it's the highest proof.
Everybody always talks about how, like, I know, like, people that are, like, older that they can't drink tequila because they went hard on it when they were younger. So I don't know.
That's what my mom said. She's like, tequila and I go way back. I can't drink a whole lot of it. I'll take a shot or two.
Yeah.
But, like, that's all I can do. My dad, first of all, my dad's not a big drinker in general. He'll have, like, a few beers and he'll be fine. Like, he'll have, like, 2 maybe Dale beers, and he's like, all right, that's good. I'm good for, like, the rest of the night.
What kind of drunk is he?
I don't think I've ever seen my dad drunk.
Really?
Really. Just because he doesn't drink. And so, like, I keep talking about him, and I keep talking to him about it. I'm like, yeah, man, like, now that I'm doing, like, all this bartending stuff, like, I want to make you a drink. Like, what drink can I make you? And he's like, I don't really drink. And I was like, well, I've got gin. And he goes, that's one thing for sure I won't drink. He's like, I don't like gin. It's disgusting. I was like, I don't understand that, because, like...
I get that.
I don't know. I've also just never had plain gin, so...
Yeah. Pop always said that there was Dale types of drunks, which I feel like there's a little more, and there's definitely a spectrum, but it's sad drunk, which I fucking hate. Bro, if you're a sad drunk, don't drink with me. Bro, do something else.
I mean, I've been a sad drunk, but it's because I was sad before.
You had a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you've had reasons. And there's also I love you drunk, which I thank God I am. And I don't say I love you anymore because of you assholes. Because every time I'd be like, you know what? I appreciate you guys. I love you.
You would sit there, and it would be, like, kind of getting quiet, and you'd kind of, like, hold your drink up a little bit, and you go, you know what? I feel like I don't say it enough. I love you guys.
And then you would yell, being like, oh, somebody's drunk over here.
And then we'd all go, oh, shit, Roland's drunk. And he goes, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But for real, though, I love you guys. Like, you're great. And I go, love you too, Roland. You drunk bastard.
Yeah. And then there's an allergic drunk, which is probably arguably, like, my mom's an allergic drunk, which is just somebody that becomes, by the way, no, not shit-talking my mom, I promise, but it's just somebody that's, like, very agitated, very, like, you know, like, could get in a fight. Like, I've seen my mom get in a fight.
Kind of like a fighty drunk?
Yeah. Like, I've straight up seen her, like, punk someone. No offense, and please don't. Like, my mom is a great... Well, this just shows you, like, what allergic drunk is. You've met my mom.
Yeah,
my
your mom's a great person.
She's fantastic. I love her to death.
She's a nurse, isn't she?
She's a phlebotomist, which is... It's in the medical field. She wears scrubs.
Yeah. That's what because I know I've seen her wear scrubs before.
Yeah. My dad, Nick, I don't know what kind of drunk I've never seen him drunk. I really don't know what type of drunk he is.
I somehow am all Dale of those and more. I feel like it depends on the mood.
Yeah.
I think. You know, there's been times where I'm sad going into drinking and I become a sad drunk.
Yeah.
There's times where I'm like super, I love you, man. Like, you're great.
Yeah. And we have a good night on those nights.
Yeah, those are
good nights.
When you and I are both, I love you.
Ah, dude, there's nothing like it.
It's everyone else is like, oh god. It's like only one of you can be drunk at a time.
Yeah.
We can't keep having both of you get drunk and go,
But we never give a fuck. We're like, no, fuck you. We're supporting each other.
There's I've been fighty drunk.
Yes, with me.
Yeah, specifically with you.
Yeah.
And then I've been I call the wild child drunk.
Yeah.
Where I'm super energetic.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember a time where I found a piece of glass on the floor, and it was like a tiny little piece of glass, and I kept making a joke. I was like, I'm gonna eat it, and Hannah was like, Philip, put the piece of glass down, and I go, okay, and then I put it on, like, I just drop it on my tongue, and I just start trying to chew it, and Hannah was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god, when was this?
This is one of the times we played Drunk Jenga.
I love that game.
That game changed the friend group dynamic.
That game is dangerous.
That game, somehow, the people who probably didn't deserve to pull the show the most recent nude card ended up getting it. Yeah. And it was very unfortunate for them.
And I changed that tile.
Yes, you did.
But everybody refuses to play it. Which is fair.
I still will never forget the time I had drunk confidence.
Yeah.
I feel like we can talk about that in a little bit, like confidence levels. But I had a level of drunk confidence where it was like, yeah, do a party trick. Like, show everyone a party trick you have. And I thought I could bench press Nate.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
And I was like, Nate, lay on top of me. I'm going to lay on the ground. You just lay on top of me. And he goes, Phil, you're not going to be able to. And I go, no, Nate, you're a tiny man.
He's a perfect dumbbell.
That's an insult.
No, I didn't mean it. You know what I meant. No,
Yeah.
no.
But, and then I was like, yeah, just lay across my chest and I'll lift you up. And he goes, all right. And then he lays across me. I'm sitting there and go, hey. You know what? I can't do it. And then it just took another shot. And I was like, well, that's the punishment.
Yeah, that... Because you get to a certain point, like, where it's, like, activities that you want to do at the beginning, but, like, once you get to a certain level, like, you don't want to
Yeah,
get
the
up
handstand on the wall one is definitely, like, a...
Yeah.
Once you hit a certain point, you're like, you're going to throw up doing that.
Yeah. I want to do the... We did it once, that truthful game. That's a dangerous game.
That's that one's
dangerous game.
But just to kind of go back a little bit, what is something you are very confident in that you've never done before?
Something confident. I'm
like you're like, yeah, I could for sure do that, but the moment you do it, it's gonna be like, oh shit.
Oh gosh, I don't know, because I already know I have terrible balance. I have bad balance. I don't have that good of hand-eye coordination. I don't know. Do you have something in mind?
I've got a couple.
Yeah.
One, I am confident that I could take most of the friend group.
We talked about
not
that.
just in like I'm thinking like airsoft scenario. I feel like I have an advantage on most of you guys. But also, I think I said it before. I think I could take most of you guys in a fight. I think the only one I'm questioning is you.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen varying levels of strength from you. Everyone else, I'm like, I feel like I could win.
I'm wild card when it comes to like
you. Yeah,
that.
I've seen you throw punches before, and I'm like, I don't want to be in the business end of that one.
You've seen me at a lot of stages. You've seen me like sad. You've seen me angry. We've been through a lot.
We have.
Yeah, and we're here, baby.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I remember one
Pair of Kings on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I remember one time Nate was with like this new girl, and I think this was like the first time I met her, and she saw literally every stage of my being. She saw me sad, guilty, happy, angry, all that. It was that night at Rocky Horror when I lost my wallet.
I remember. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were.
Dude, you were you were a completely different person.
So basically, we should probably wrap this up, but look.
Fuck it. You know what? They haven't heard us.
Yeah.
We'll post a longer episode this time.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Basically, what the story is Rocky Horror Night is a very special night for all of us. We love that night, and I think that was my first time going. It was.
You sure? I feel like it was your second.
No, it was my first, because I have a picture of like me and her with the V on my forehead.
Shit, yeah, that's right.
But basically, what happened was like we started pre-gaming. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Played hide and go seek for sure. At the crack house, we went to like Wendy's. We tried to act sober, which I did amazingly. And then we're hanging out. We still have a lot of time. Like the doors open at like 11:30, midnight, something.
Yeah, the doors open at like 11:30.
Yeah,
and it was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, So we're hanging out on the playground, and we're just doing all these things, just joking around, doing whatever, and we're finally like, all right, I guess we should get in line. So we get in line, and I like go to reach for like my back, and my wallet is gone. And I have straight cash in there. So I was like, I gotta find this. So we like look all over the playground and couldn't find anything. You look all over the playground, couldn't find anything. Nate is drunk as fuck. He says, I'm gonna look at the playground. I don't trust you fuckers.
Well, it was also, there's a thing of like, there's this huge like not really jungle gym, but it's like a climbing thing.
Well,
and
I was gonna say that, yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, it was like a thing of like, you went up and looked, and then I was like, well, because I was also bigger then.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not climbing that shit. Like, I'll look part way up.
Yeah. But I like called Wendy's. They said that my wallet wasn't there, so we got in the car and we're like, all right, I guess we'll go. And I'm feeling so bad. I'm feeling so guilty. I'm like, I'm ruining tonight. We're gonna be late for this thing. It's all my fault because I wanted to act like an idiot and lose my wallet. And I'm just feeling so bad and guilty.
And you were getting stressed out.
I was.
And you were like
no, I was just getting sad. I was just feeling guilt. And then Nate called and was like, you fucking idiot. I don't know why he's British. You fucking idiots. He's very southern, but he's got a British accent in this.
No.
He's like, you fucking idiots. It's on top of the climbing it was on top of the climbing tower where I guess I didn't look.
Where your drunk ass didn't look. And I was like, I'm not climbing all the way up there. Yeah.
I heard that. I just like looked forward for a second and got so angry. I did the whole like flip the tip off my flask and I took a good couple of sips out of that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was lit because
And there was definitely a moment where like the girl was in the back just kind of like,
Yeah.
And I was like, look, man, just get it out.
Yeah.
And then we got there. We had a good night.
We did.
You know, you lost your virginity that night. In the context of Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror virginity, yeah.
If you've never gone to like a live Rocky Horror Picture Show night, you need to go. It's an experience.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, definitely like towards the back half of this episode would be a great place for us to talk about ourselves a little bit.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about it and listening through the episodes, I kind of realized maybe the audience doesn't really know a whole lot about us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they know kind of like a little bit. They know our names. They could kind of get an idea that we're into movies.
Yeah, because I guess, like, you know, I'll tell someone about the podcast and they have no idea who you are, and then you'll tell someone and they have no idea who I am.
Yeah. So. You know, maybe this would be a good time to kind of give the audience just a little bit of an introduction about us, your hosts.
Yeah.
I'm the better one, by the way. I feel like I didn't say that this episode yet.
You didn't,
but I had to.
I was waiting for it.
I had to throw it in there.
Fucking hell.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. My name is Roland.
You can just do first name.
I was gonna say, because
our names are unique enough.
Yeah, really. Your spelling is unique. That's your thing. But God, fuck, I'm kind of put on the spot here. I don't know what. I'm an aspiring writer director. As cliche as that is, that's who I am. I was raised by my grandparents, who are sarcastic assholes, along with my mother, who is a punk rocker for a good portion of my childhood, and then she kind of, you know, found the light, and now she's a nice mom, but every once in a while you see that like punkness. My stepdad is the same exact way. If you hear me say dad, that's who I'm talking about. My father, that's a different story. we don't have to get into that. It's just very on paper. I don't know. I'm usually I like roasting. I like root beer. I love horror movies. I don't know what else to say about myself. I for work, I'm a BG and walkie PA for movie sets.
Wait, you're one of the Bee Gees?
Man. No, I'm in charge of the BGs. So
you're the Bee Gees manager?
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how are you staying alive?
Vodka.
You know, sometimes people think we're reading off a script, but I don't know what they're talking about.
That was good. I was wondering what you were doing.
I've been trying to set up a joke for like 4 episodes.
I was like, I saw that and I was like, am I going too long? Is he going to write, hey, shut the fuck up?
No. I personally, I don't care about how long they are. I like some longer episodes.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. But honestly, who the fuck else are these for?
Yeah. You want to give in?
So, I'm Phil. You know, everyone knows me as like Phil or Phip or Philip or whatever. Philly.
Mr. Philip.
You can shut the fucking mouth.
Gosh, that was so fun. Continue.
Okay. You know, I've done... I'm trying to find myself a little bit. You know, I feel like I'm an artsy person. And I like doing like a lot of the physical stuff. Like filmmaking is definitely something I've been in love with for years. Mm-hmm. Found out in high school that I was like, this is something I'm made for. I just, you know, like I like painting, building stuff, just the whole artsy shebang.
Yeah.
Give me a box of Legos. Fuck it, you know, that'll satisfy me for 2 hours.
Dude, Legos. Honestly,
I'm still buying Lego sets, dude.
I could do a Lego set.
Dude, I've got like a handful at home.
Oh my gosh.
It's so great. But, you know, I love Star Wars. I've talked about it before that, like, my favorite movie of all time, and one of my inspirations is Jurassic Park, almost 30-year-old film that still stands to this day. Like, you know, if you think about, like, CGI, like, CGI doesn't stand for 10 years. Yeah. And Jurassic Park is one of the first uses of CGI in film and it's still some of the best fucking CGI you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
Man, what else?
Your Tinder is like popping right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You got some more MILFs in line, or?
I like MILFs. You know what?
Who doesn't like a good MILF? Let's be honest.
I don't know, the guy that they were with before.
Oh.
That was a little...
that was sad.
We can cut that. But we don't have to. But yeah, like, I really love... I'm not, like, a people person, but I like being around the people that I enjoy hanging out with. Like my friends, I can be myself around my friends constantly, and I feel like that's something I'm genuinely afraid of with other people. You get a little therapeutic with this, I guess. But yeah, like I love like making drinks. I love making movies.
Yeah.
I'm usually like a like, I don't always mean to be the actor. Like that's never something I'm always like aspiring to be as an actor. But you know, normally it's like, hey Phil, we need you to be like the creature or some kind of villain, and I'm like, that's fucking fun. I love being the villain. You know, I love doing different voices. I love...
Yeah.
Nothing's more fun than, like, being, like, a killer clown and chasing people through a Christian school.
Yeah. Your intro is a lot more prepared than mine, and I just want to state that.
Oh, I honestly did not prepare any of this.
Oh, well, then that was really good.
I just, like, I feel like I can talk about myself pretty easily, and it's something I get worried about, that I talk about myself too much, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to present myself as someone who's narcissistic.
Yeah.
But, you know, I put everything out there. I'm an open book.
How would you describe me? And then I'll describe you.
Physically?
No, just like, describe me as a person. Like, if you were like, oh, who's Roland?
I had a bit planned for a film that we're planning on working on later this year.
Okay.
You know, it's going to be like the true you. And I was just going to put the words indie band on a t-shirt.
That's funny.
And I was like, that would be like a really funny inside joke.
Yeah.
Like, you're definitely somebody, you like a lot of the indie stuff.
Yeah. Campbell was made fun of. She's like...
I wouldn't call you a hipster because I feel like the term hipster comes with like a little bit of like, oh, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. Like, you're a good friend. You're you're a good filmmaker. You've created... They're not always bangers, but, like, you put your vision out there, and, like, your vision is seen.
Yeah.
If that's a way to put it.
No, I like that.
And, you know, yeah, you're fun to hang out with. You're always like, yeah, man, I can see your lip quivering, and I don't want to make you cry.
That's not why I'm smiling.
Oh. Okay.
No,
I feel like I talk about how great my friends are a lot. And it's just because I feel like I've finally found, like, a good friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always find your friends along the way. Like, Nick, my cousin, probably one of my closest friends. I say probably. He's definitely one of my closest friends. You know, Roland, you're another one. I feel like you know a lot about me. And I feel like I know a lot about you. And I make fun of you for it.
Yeah.
And it's okay because you can take that and throw it back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how would you describe me to people?
No, I'm kidding. I was really just setting up for that. Really.
I could tell. The moment you looked at me, I was like, all right.
I would say you're like the epitome of the decade of 2K. For sure.
I'm a 2000s kid?
Dude, you were for sure 2000s. I can't put it together, but that's...
How so?
You just have this, like, kind of, like, funky, goofy vibe that we all like. That's just... So it reminds me of like Smash Mouth. I know that it's a cliche, but like we were talking about that scene in Spider-Man where there's some like weird Smash Mouth looking guy that comes across and you're like, oh shit, that's me.
Okay, because but he actually looks like me.
That's what I'm talking about. This is because you are the epitome of that decade. But you're definitely somebody that would drop everything to help a friend for like in the middle of the night, be like, what? Okay, and then like. Come help me out. That's my impression of you, Sleepy.
That's not what Sleepy Me sounds like.
That's exactly what Sleepy You sounds like. I've heard you Sleepy so many... That's exactly what you say. You're like, what? You're like, your eyes are always closed for some reason. You're like, oh, yeah, no, sure, yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about it before, that, like, there have been times where, like, I've gotten a text at, like, midnight or something like that. It's like, hey, can you help me out? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be on my way in a minute.
Yeah. Because you are. You're a very dedicated friend that is always willing to be involved and help however is possible. you know, you're always someone that's like, all right, what would be something fun to do that's like a card game, or like something fun to do like in this scenario type deal.
Yeah, I like thinking about my friends, and I like making my friends happy.
Yeah.
You know, like building that table. Building that table was a bitch.
Yeah.
It turned out so well. Looking at it, I was sitting there, I was like, fuck, man. I have to spend like 4 days with this and not show it to Nate.
Yeah.
And like that's my most difficult thing, because I wanted to send it to him immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I was sending updates to you, to Nick, to Hannah. Like, I was sending it to random people. I was like, look at this fucking cool, like, table I built.
Yeah. It was. That thing was dope as
and
hell.
I'm working on another one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to build myself one. Like, that was dope as shit.
I think that would be a really cool thing for you to do. Is just to kind of, like, get that thing. I think you would be amazing as, like, set deck or something along those lines. Like, creating...
I mean, I've always, like even from, like, a younger age, like 16, 17, I was always kind of, like, the prop guy.
Yeah.
Like, I built a double barrel shotgun.
I remember your closet of guns that...
That's different.
No, that's not what I meant. No. I have, like, prop guns, I meant.
Yeah, well, I mean, like those were all, like, airsoft guns and stuff that I had painted. But, like, this was, like, a hand-built with, like, PVC pipes and wood and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Sadly, it broke.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, that's who we are.
Yeah.
We are two film nerds, and we love doing this. And we're sorry we took so long to come back.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're working on being better again.
Yeah, this is filmed in January 15th, so I'm sure you will see this on St. Patrick's Day.
Fuck you. This is coming out as soon as I can put it out.
Okay. But
yeah. So, and happy Easter to everyone listening as soon as this comes out.
There it is.
But for real, thank you guys for listening. Follow the Twitter.
We'll be better about saying listen to the podcast rather than see the video or...
Look, man.
No, I did it too. I know.
And I listened to one of the parts. We're filming this late at night. We haven't eaten in, like, days.
I have
trying
to
to prep
pee
for this.
so bad.
Is that what I've been drinking?
Yeah.
No wonder it tastes like piss. I had a different joke, but for some reason I wanted to say piss.
You had to, yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Rate us on Spotify. You know, follow us, all that good stuff. Can't wait to see what the rest of the year has in store for us and what we've got in store for you guys.
Yeah, ditto.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
It's also a Ben 10 character, isn't it?
It is.